Brandon here for Jam on Guitar Lessons. I just want to go over just a few different things that might help you in your guitar learning process. And you know, having a good pedal setup is really good if you're playing electric. I can teach acoustic if you want to learn how to play acoustic or bass, either one. And would love to help you in any journey you would like to have in playing any type of guitar. And one of the main things that I always say is be comfortable with the guitar. No matter if you want the guitar down here to strum, where you can strum down here, or if you want the guitar way up here to strum up here. So just put your strap where you are most comfortable with it, and to be able to comfortably play a chord. Let me turn my overdrive off a little bit, and there have been a song that I have been playing and giving some information about that would be probably one of the first songs that I would teach you, or something along those lines with those same chords. I can teach you so many different songs with the chords that I showed you, and the main chords are G, D, C. You learn those three chords and maybe one minor, like A minor, and you can play lots and lots of songs. There's so many tons and tons of songs that are written with just those four chords, or even the three chords of the G, C, and D. And always be comfortable. Like I said, no matter how you're playing with your guitar, just be comfortable with the guitar no matter where you're at. Somebody told me, you know, once before that I needed to play a specific way, and really what I needed to do is learn what was right for me to play. And so it's very, very personal, you know, as far as what you want to play. And I am a rocker, and I'm also a sloppy blues player, and I also play worship music at my church. So, you know, so I could do some ambient music with, you know, some stuff at church. I can teach you what's called the pentatonic scale and other things where you can understand where to be on the guitar and use your ear. It's important to use your ear along with knowing where you're at on the guitar, and understanding, you know, what you're playing. If you're playing out of a minor, if a song is played out of a minor, it's a minor type songs, maybe A minor. Then, you know, you want to play that A minor pentatonic scale. And that's what you want to do. And I have many ways that I can teach you, or the best ways that I can teach you one-on-one, either through Skype or excuse me, Zoom, or any other platform that you want to, you know, go from screen to screen. And can teach you one-on-one here in the Richmond, Kentucky area. I don't care to go to Lexington or Berea or anywhere close to Richmond, Kentucky to give you the lessons. Well, actually, I do lessons at my church, which is in Richmond. So if you can travel to my church, I can set up everything to where we can practice really well one-on-one. But just knowing where you're at on the guitar and understanding to use your ear to what sounds good. But I was talking about a song, like I said, that I would teach you, and this song is actually a 60s song, and it's also a 80s and 90s band song. A band from the 80s and 90s made it popular, and a band from the 60s made it popular as well, and it's Knocking on Heaven's Door. So if you didn't guess what that was before, that's what it was, is Knocking on Heaven's Door. there's strumming and picking, which will teach you strumming and picking at the same time, which is really good to be able to get the dexterity to be able to do both. And so that's one reason why I picked that song. And also, if you noticed that when I kicked in my overdrive, I went to bar chords. So I went to, or I used the A minor with it, which because the actual chording for that song in the verse is G D A minor, then it goes G D C. So it's G D A minor and then G D C every single time. And so understanding that when you kick in your overdrive, that you can actually use bar chords to make it sound more prominent with the overdrive is an important factor to throw into your guitar playing. So when after you learn the open chords, and you need to learn the bar chords that correlate with those chords. So like G, here's the bar chord for G. It sounds almost identically the same, but it don't ring out as much as the open chord. You can call them power chords or bar chords or whatever you want to call them. But that's how, when you're playing some rock guitar or even, you know, some worship guitar, depending on, you know, how you're playing it, will depend on if you're playing open chords or if you are playing bar chords. And that's all with rhythm. And I can teach you what leads to play, or what pentatonic scale to play with the leads or with the rhythm that's being played. And you know, so that's definitely out of G. So that's why I was talking before about understanding the relative minor to what you are playing. So the relative minor to G is E minor, because you go down a step and a half, actually 3 frets, which is a step and a half. 1, 2, and then 3, which would be open. And that's E, so it would be E minor would be the relative minor to the G. So you would play the E minor pentatonic scale for that song to be able to play a lead to it and understand, you know, where you're at. And that is the E minor pentatonic scale right there. So you can just kind of start down here. That's going all the way up the neck, but I can also play it from here. And so you can take that scale and you can move it different spots to where you know where you're at on the neck, and that would be where I would come in to teach you one-on-one, so you would know how to know where everything is from top to bottom on your neck. And I know I've covered quite a bit in this little session, but I'd love to teach people how to play guitar and have fun on guitar. I have fun on guitar all the time, just sitting at home, or, you know, when we go out and play with, you know, worship groups or some Christian rock groups, or just different things that I do on the side sometimes. And just have fun playing guitar. Don't make it a chore. Make it you know, something that you desire to do, something that you long to do and want to do. And from a young age, when I was 13 years old, I asked for my first guitar because I wanted to play guitar, and that was the first chords that my mom taught me. The first major chords was G, D, and C. And that was basically the first song that I learned on guitar, was Knocking on Heaven's Door. it's just about having fun. It's about having fun on guitar. It's not about any kind of necessarily you know, guitar theory. Guitar theory is great. I understand some guitar theory, and it's okay to understand guitar theory and learn more about guitar theory, and it's very good. But like I had said before, I was taking some guitar lessons years ago when I was in the Christian rock band just to learn a little more, and the guy who was teaching me was a classical kind of metal rock guitar player, which, you know, I was more along the lines of a blues rock player, blues type rock player, which is okay. And that's what a friend of mine over there at the guitar shop told me. He said, "Man, you're a sloppy blues player, so just take it and own it, take it and run with it." And that's what I did for years, and as I ran with this sloppy blues. And that's what I've built on for years. And it doesn't matter if I can't play specific things now. I can learn whatever I need to learn to play what needs to be played, because I know the aspects of the guitar and the aspects of, you know, the way things are played. And you can always learn new stuff on guitar. I don't care who you are, you can always learn something new on the guitar, which is what I always love about playing guitar. So I do guitar lessons, like I said, and I will do guitar lessons via Zoom, or I can do guitar lessons here in my area in Richmond, Kentucky, in my church, Revival House Church. I do lessons over there. And so just have fun playing guitar, and don't make it a chore. Don't make it something that people want to shy away from because you're being too technical about it. It's not necessarily about being real technical. It's about making it sound right, making it sound good. You know, people like Jimi Hendrix. A lot of people consider him a sloppy guitar player, and people like all these people who have passed away, like the lead singer of Nirvana, Kurt Cobain. He was never a really perfect guitar player. He just made it sound good, you know. And that's what makes sense, is just making the guitar sound good. Sometimes people are even in the studio and they'll make a mistake on the guitar and actually like the mistake and actually use the mistake in the album because they like the mistake, and then they start using the mistake that they made. So it's not about being technical and being perfect all the time. It's just about having fun and making it sound good. And so this is Brandon for Jam on Guitar. Contact me anytime you'd like to start some guitar lessons. I'll get you started one-on-one, either via Zoom or one-on-one in person in my area. So you all have a blessed day.